Hey, I have a question for you guys. You know that Blink 182 song, What's My Age Again?
Yeah.
What about it?
So I want you to finish this lyric for me, okay?
Oh God.
It goes, I took her out. It was a Friday
It was a
night.
Friday night.
Oh,
I walk
to get
alone.
the feeling right.
Hold on.
Making
What's after
He
that?
took
What's
off
after
my
that?
pants.
I took her
Started
out. What's a
making
Friday
out.
night?
Wait,
What's right after that? Took her out. It was a Friday night.
I
So
walked
it-
her home. I walked her home to get the feeling right. Is that I walked her home to get
What'd
the
you say,
feeling right?
David?
I said I walked her home.
Pierce, what do you think?
Is that right? Oh, I walked alone.
Took her out. It was a
Was that?
Friday night.
I walked
I
her.
walked alone.
Walk alone.
I think it's walk alone. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
walked alone. Is it?
You guys ready for me to fucking blow your mind, Mandela effect style?
Okay.
Oh,
Go
dude,
for it.
come on.
What is it?
I
I
do this.
wore cologne to get
Wore?
the feeling right. Wore cologne.
Wore cologne. No way.
I
Wore cologne.
Totally blew my mind.
I've been saying I walk
I
alone
don't-
this entire time.
I used to read
walk
those lyrics. I
alone
didn't
to
remember
get the feeling
cologne.
right. Why the fuck do you walk alone to get the feeling right? It makes no sense. You wore cologne to get the feeling right.
Wore cologne.
Wore
Okay.
cologne. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, good. Thanks,
That
Dave.
doesn't really. I don't like it. His nickname?
Hey everybody, welcome to season 3, episode 12 of the Speakeasy Gentlemen. If you haven't seen the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we would at a bar. But we're all so far away, so we do it right here. My name's Josh, I'm in Spokane, Washington. My brother Pierce down there is in Phoenix, Arizona. David over in the corner is in Santa Ana, California. And our guest today, Alexis, is in Bellingham, Washington.
Yeah.
Formerly in California. What
Yeah.
made you make the move?
Several things. I actually lived in the Campfire area, so vacancies are kind of
Oh
sparse.
shit.
Yeah. So just kind of took a move up here and a little bit more room for breathing, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. This is kind of, my hood for like 16 years. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I
There
don't
you
know
go.
if you know, but there's a lot of fires out here too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
welcome.
So she just moved one fireplace to another one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I kind of hang along the West Coast. I-5's kind of
West
my
Coast.
hood. Yeah.
The West Coast of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So Alexis is the host of a podcast called When the Bow Breaks.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that show.
Well, it's a show that is about family estrangement. So it's kind of like a heavy topic, but like if you're not talking to mom and dad anymore for some reason,
Oh.
or you haven't.
Is the reason because they're a little estranged?
Yeah. Yeah. Or
My family's a
sometimes
little
it's
estranged.
like, dad was a real dick growing up and you just got sick of it or whatever. Everyone has a story, and pretty much almost every other person I meet seems to be estranged from someone.
Right.
And so I was estranged from my parents, or I still am. And so I started a podcast to kind of create another resource for people who don't really have those family members in their lives anymore. So yeah, it's kind of a heavy show, but I've got to meet some really cool people through it. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy topic, but
It is a lot like our show though. Like our family doesn't want us in their
We do.
lives either. So
yeah, so that's why we
Just
drink about it. Drinking is our only coping mechanism.
Drink to that.
speaking of drinking, our drink of the week. Oh no.
That's what you do.
Oh no.
Okay, no, I think I'm good. It felt
You made a
frozen
beer
for a
flush?
second. It really felt frozen. Okay, our drink of the week was chosen by Alexis here, and it is Omission Pale Ale. Oh fuck!
Where can I find that?
At a store.
Is
Oh
it-
god!
This is hilarious. I like to see you fail.
No!
There you go. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's not
No!
all the way frozen.
So I bought it earlier today, and it was
You
warm.
put it in the freezer.
Here.
I just put it. So I have a mini
How
fridge in my living room because I'm an alcoholic, and and I put it
How
in
long
the
did you leave it in
cold
there?
part. Shit, like 2 hours maybe.
That shouldn't have frozen. Well, how cold is it?
That'll do it.
You think so? Look at her.
Son of a
She's just
bitch.
rubbing it in. She's like, more like this, Joe. This is how you do it.
God bless it. It smells good.
It does smell nice.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. Son of a
What are you
bitch.
drinking?
Lick
David?
it. Lick it.
Look
It'll
at that,
melt.
dude.
I
It'll
am
melt.
drinking.
You can
There's
melt it.
nothing. There's
I
nothing in here.
completely forgot this left over from Beaner's episode.
Yeah.
What
Totally
is
forgot
it?
I had left Tullamore Dew whiskey.
Oh, damn.
I
No,
completely forgot
I
had
drank
this
all mine
in the
with
freezer,
his.
dude.
That's why I don't watch that episode back. Because
Well, I'm drinking that, and I got this here cold black brew coffee. It's like shit. I don't know if you could see the logo, or whatever.
Oh, nice.
It's
Like chameleon.
chameleon cold brew. Yeah,
That's
black
cool.
coffee. No
Well, I'm
cream, no
drinking
sugar.
Powerade.
You never drink alcohol.
good for you. Trying to be healthy,
Yeah.
dude. She's a professional alcoholic. AC Bergen says Bergen.
Bergen?
Whatever.
You're a professional alcoholic? Yeah, good company.
So
Only socially, it's a big freaking joke. I hardly ever drink, and when I do, it's like, I don't know, it's fun.
She's like, I get a little wild.
Yeah,
I
Alex
lose
White,
stuff.
Alex Whiteley says, "Oh shit, beersicle." You know when you ask for ice cold beer, that's what I got. Ice cold beer. It's not as good as it sounds.
That was
Is
more
the
like a
mountains
slushy.
white or blue?
Was that?
He asked if the mountains were white or blue. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
the
guess
coolest-
I'll cheers. I'll cheers with what I have in here. At least I got some.
Dude, wait, hold it up again. Hold it up again.
You might
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to scoop out some of that foam.
Fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna take the other one. Or I'm gonna have Ricky take the other one out so it could melt a little bit.
Tell her to put it in the microwave.
Anyway, Alexis has a cheers for us today, guys.
Hey.
Nice.
finally.
Yeah.
To life, love, and living your best.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to that. Shit.
Hmm.
Oh man, that's so good.
That's some good
That is a-
Powerade.
That's a really good beer.
Dude, that coffee with this whiskey is really fucking good, man.
Dude, I haven't had coffee for what year is it? 6 years now.
Yikes! What made you quit?
He has
Wait.
this thing where he's like a hypochondriac. He like thinks he's some like shit's wrong with him. He's like, oh, my heart, oh, my lungs.
Wait, no. Has
I
it been
gotta
longer than that?
yeah.
Josh is just a little bitch when it comes.
Oh
to
yeah, it is because I know it because it rhymes. No caffeine since 2013.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's been that long.
Yeah,
Wait, that's quick math. That's 6 years. Then yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Yep.
said.
It all adds up.
Get you a pen.
I'll tell you why. Because I used to drink like maybe 3 monsters a day, and there was a time
I
where
remember that.
I was. It was. I mean, it felt like an anxiety
Weren't
attack.
you a seller or something for Monster?
No,
Pusher.
Kevin
Pusher.
used to give me cases because his uncles worked for, or his uncles still do, but they work for Monster. So he used to give me some. But I used to
Probably
drink
doesn't
at
work
least
for them.
a day.
You were super into those when
Okay.
they first came out.
I still am. I just can't drink them anymore.
Yeah.
I had the unleaded. I still have one unleaded left in my fridge. It's a caffeine-free Monster. It tastes exactly like regular Monster, but
Nice.
caffeine. Yeah. So I got 14 of them from a friend, and Ricky drank almost all of them. And
Why?
she drinks fucking caffeine. She drank, and they were already discontinued by that time. And she drank almost all of my.
He's
stuff.
like, hey, these are your collectibles, right?
Seriously, dude, they were
What
like,
are you
they
doing?
were on sale for like I could probably sell the one can I have for like $40-50 online.
Wow.
Trade them
And,
for
and she drank like 12 of them.
trade them for endgame tickets.
I should bargain for some endgame tickets. All right, so before we start the show, we have a segment called Wait a Minute, where I put 60 seconds on the clock, and we're going to ask our guest today, Alexis, some quick-fire questions. Are you ready, Alexis?
Yes.
Here we go. All
He's
right.
ready.
What was your nickname growing up?
Smiley.
Okay, it's a pretty
Yeah.
good nickname. Better
Yeah,
than
that's-
the other ones.
Yeah, dude, the other
Or
ones have been really.
squirt, or like little turd, or whatever.
Little turd. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she adds
I was
those.
small.
Okay.
One
Smile
superpower, what would it be?
I would love to be invisible.
Invisibility.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
think that's our second one
Mhm.
that we
I
got.
would love to be
Uh,
invisible.
Favorite band of all time?
Oh my god, that's too hard. I'm a musician. Okay, look
Okay,
at.
we
I
can
like
skip
Mute Math. I like Jack White. I like oh god, I can't think of any. Jimi Hendrix. I like a bunch of stuff. I like.
It sounds like you're just
classic-
naming people, not bands.
Oh, bands. Sorry.
we'll move
I
on.
like U2. I like Led Zeppelin.
I
I like
like U2.
classic Fleetwood Mac. Shiny
That's
Toy
rumor.
Guns. They were fun. They're not really together anymore, I don't think. But I loved them. They were fun. Yeah.
All right, I have one more question. You and David are the last two people on Earth. What's the first thing you would do?
Me and David.
That's our time.
What's the first thing I would do?
David, this creep down there.
Yeah, apparently.
I'd probably just ask him a lot of questions.
Oh, that's worse.
What the heck?
Ugh.
Like,
Just kill me. Just.
Like you gotta get to know him better. He's the only one
Like,
left.
Yeah,
oh my god,
like-
can you?
What would you like to do?
Well, most people are like, I go to the opposite
What
side
do you
of the
want
earth.
Yeah.
I'm like all passive. I don't know. We're the last year. I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know.
Oh
That's-
We're like
god,
the-
that would fucking
The
suck.
hot. What are they?
I'm
Two
like, oh,
indecisive people stuck on Earth. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
From Jungle Book. Oh no! Don't start that again. There was fucking
Do we have?
God damn it.
Oh, it's working.
Is ear there?
It's like the bottle of ketchup. You know, you gotta smack it right, make it come out.
Don't. That's. No.
What?
Isn't that gonna make it worse?
I don't think anything could be worse than this.
What are you doing?
Now, does it come
I
out
think
like?
by the time
does it
by the
taste
time
the
it melts,
same,
it's
or
gonna
does
be
it taste
it's gonna
weird?
be flat. I think, right? Wasn't
That's
it?
what I think, because you keep
You
shaking.
can't
That's what
really
I'm
see
saying.
it, but there's like it's just like an icicle in there. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid Josh.
Big
Anyway,
tummy.
speaking of ice, Game of Thrones is premiering tonight.
But don't watch it. Watch us, because we want.
Well, I
the
mean, if
rating.
they're watching us, they're
Yeah,
already
people
watching.
keep looking for those special edition Oreos or something.
Well,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
good thing you folks are tuning in, because we have spoilers straight from the source of Game of Thrones. Are you guys ready for this one?
No, we don't. We don't have any.
We don't.
Let's
I
have
just,
it.
I just thought that people would want to like chime in to be like, wait, they're talking about Game of Thrones. They know something we don't.
I actually, honestly, okay, you guys are gonna hate me. Never seen it.
I haven't
Me neither.
Seen it.
You have it?
I haven't seen it.
Never seen it. I want to.
I'm the
I've
only.
been
I'm
trying
the
to
only
have
person
time
in
to
this
make
room that's seen it. Are you telling me? Are you
In
telling
this
me?
room?
Yeah, this.
There's
this
about
room.
4
minute.
rooms here.
Y'all haven't seen it either?
No, I haven't.
Oh man.
I tried reading a little bit of the books,
We should binge watch
Nerd.
it.
and it
I
felt
wanna
like
picture
Genesis
I
of
wanna
the
picture
Bible.
the
There was like a
books in my
different
mind.
person every sentence.
Wait, what did you say?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, he said he was reading it, and I said nerd. He wants to picture the boobs in his mind.
I was gonna say yeah.
Like the real boobs aren't good enough.
He's like, he's like, there's no drawings in my book. What do I do?
Thought
Then
this
it
would be
feels like a
illustrated.
bag of sand or something like that.
It's-
Anyway, it's on tonight.
40-year-old
Last year, me and Ricky actually streamed all. We caught up completely just in the last year.
Because you guys are fucking boring.
Well, my apartment
Oh, yeah,
complex
I
comes
have
with
no life.
HBO, so when I get a TV, we can binge watch it.
What has HBO?
My apartment complex comes with it. Like,
What the
it's included. Yeah.
Sweet.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How you do that?
You live there, apparently.
Do they give you like a special sign-on that I could use? Because that'd be super.
I don't know how it works. It's like it's through their DirecTV thing.
All
Dude,
right.
the sun's going down over here. I'm like trying to adjust my light. There we go.
You're
that
still
alright?
good. We still see you.
You're good.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
your light looks
too
fine.
dark in here. Okay. That's probably
All
all
right.
right.
Well, nobody else likes Game of Thrones, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
One of
Oh,
those,
next
those
topic.
Oreos, somebody bought
I
like
want to watch it.
300 of them or something.
I swear.
Why? The
Somebody-
limited edition Game of Thrones Oreos?
Yeah, and he was like, I don't even want to eat them.
It doesn't really make sense
And I
to
was
buy
like,
a bunch
well, I
of
could take care of that part for you. You just keep the wrapper.
Or he go and just buy something else. Damn, I was trying to use the Oreo part and make something funny, but it didn't work.
Wow. Yeah, just
Sorry.
drinking your beer, David. so,
Here.
so Will Ferrell and Adam McKay are going their separate ways. Did you guys hear about that?
Mhm.
Wait, what?
You guys know a lot of films under the Gary Sanchez banner, right? It's always like
Yeah.
you hear like a revolver. It's like a cup of coffee that has a star
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Well, they combined are Gary Sanchez, and they've been behind Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Anchorman.
When I first
And-
read that, I thought
Yeah.
the Adam guy was the guy that was his co-actor. in those-
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, I don't remember his name being Adam.
No, but they're calling it quits. Do you watch
What?
any of those movies, Alexis?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And their movies. Honestly, like seriously, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I try to, but
But do you watch movies?
Yes, I do watch movies.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
So wait, why did they? What's the deal? Like, I thought weren't they supposed to make a third installment of like another comedy? Remember how they did Talladega Nights, Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Anchorman, the Legend of Ron Burgundy, right? Weren't they supposed to like make a third installment or something?
I did hear that. I thought they were to do that too.
So they are still going to finish up the projects that they're working on currently. Okay. So they're going to finish all existing ones. But I don't really know. They released a statement together, you know, like a celebrity breakup saying like we still love each other and shit, basically. It was kind of like that.
Interesting.
But they're calling it quits. Let's see here. He's been Adam McKay has been doing more politically charged films like The Big Short and this new Dick Cheney film called Vice, which I haven't seen.
Oh shit!
I heard about that.
Yeah, so he's working more towards that, and then Farrell's obviously still focused on comedy with movies that you might be able to call comedy, like Holmes and Watson. That I wonder if that's why they split, because it did so bad.
He's like, fuck you. That was your fault. No, it's your fault.
Right.
George, Jacob, what's going on, fellas? I'm kind of bouncing between different streams.
Hey.
Right? But yeah, fucking crazy, right?
That's sad, man. That bums me out.
Era.
It really bums me out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Holmes and Watson?
No.
Well, then you're part of the fucking problem, aren't you?
It looked pretty dumb, to be honest.
Yeah.
It did shit. Yeah, nobody liked it. Nobody watched it.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah, I know. I am. I didn't watch it. So, speaking of things coming to an end,
Sons of bitch.
Inside the Actors Studio. Did you guys ever watch that?
Yeah, James Lipton.
Loved it. I like
James Lipton. So if you guys
that?
don't know who James Lipton is, Pierce, I have a photo there.
He was the interviewer who would ask the actors a question. He was the dude, and he was the guy.
There he is, right there.
There he is.
James
Yeah.
Lipton, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't even know
lunch hour.
how long it's fucking been since I've watched it, but
How old?
Yeah,
I like the Johnny Depp one.
Mm-hmm.
So James Lipton is officially not the host anymore. He's being replaced by Alec Baldwin and Jane Lynch.
Really?
Yes.
Jane Lynch?
Lynch, yeah.
Jane Lynch?
Sorry.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
really?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it had a long time home on Bravo, and it's being moved to Ovation. What's Ovation? Is that
Isn't
like
that Oprah's network?
Oprah's network? Always saying the same things, me and you.
Yeah.
Me and you. We just said it again.
October 13th at 10 p.m. is when it premieres. I was gonna say, what's her name again? What's that lady's name? Jane Lynch. I was gonna say. I was
just said it.
I know, but I was gonna say David Lynch, which made no fucking sense. Jane Lynch will be interviewing David Oyelowo, whoever that is, and then Baldwin, the co-president of the Actors Studio, will interview Henry Winkler.
Oh,
yeah,
right?
Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry.
So they're the first host to be announced following the longtime host Lipton's exit last September. But it has been a long time since I've seen it, so I can't act like I'm surprised. Like he's gone? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I've always liked, it's like to say if like Alex Trebek is not going to do Jeopardy anymore.
Right.
Like.
It's fucked up.
Pat Sajak and Vanna White are just like done. I would cry, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's like, what other way is there? I mean, that would just be weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough when you have like a great show that's lasted this long and a host that's like, iconic to that particular show and like.
Yeah.
I kind of remember him being a little condescending though.
I think that's just the way he talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of a little bit of a dick, right?
He's like, no, not really. He had all these like stack of cards. He's like, now I'm going to ask you this question about that one film. Like he's really fucking old.
I think my favorite one was the one with the Simpsons cast on it.
Yeah.
Because I watched that one the most, where they were all kind of showing their chops, doing all those voices and stuff, and I was like,
it was so cool.
That's how you do it, because voice acting was
like
just always
watching a masterclass, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I never understood why Julie Carvener was there.
Why
She's a lady. She does a voice for Marge, but it's written in her contract where she doesn't speak at all in public.
Really?
She makes a public
Actually,
appearance.
I think
does
I've
not
heard you
speak
talk
at all.
about this before.
That's
Yeah.
weird. I didn't know that.
Because her
That's
voice
why-
is Marge's voice.
It's like, yeah.
Nobody knows, dude. That's what's
But
so
she was
fucking
there?
weird. She was there
Oh.
for a while, and then like
Was she
halfway
just like
through, just fucking.
grunting in the background?
Well, she does the voices for Penny and Soma. That's it, dude.
Yeah.
The Bouvier family,
And
essentially.
and the mom too.
Yeah.
Mrs. Bouvier!
Mrs. Bouvier!
All right. So, David, you mentioned the Johnny Depp one. And speaking of Johnny Depp, there's a new trailer out called
The
The
Professor.
Professor?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Called
dude.
the film he started. He was doing. It was a production last year. I guess it's already done. But it used to be called. It was called Richard Says Goodbye. That was the original title, but I guess they switched it to The Professor. So in this movie, Johnny Depp plays a college professor who's diagnosed with cancer, and he has like 6 months to live. So he's just like living it up, doing all sorts of crazy, like funny ass shit. It's a comedy, but also kind of not so funny because he has cancer.
Yeah.
But it does look hilarious. I really want to go see it. Dude, Ron Livingston's in it.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he was the boss or whatever, right?
Yeah, he's the chancellor of the college that he works at.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if he did like a callback to Office Space and be like, yeah, I'm gonna need
Yeah.
Or he like kind of stands in his way, and then Johnny Depp just walks around him. Like,
Wouldn't it? Dude, that'd be so fucking great. We need to start
Yeah.
writing for movies.
right?
Yeah, and I think it's crazy that he's actually going outside the comfort zone because for once Johnny Depp's gonna play a drunk, and I just think it's gonna be pretty funny.
It's gonna be hilarious. Well,
Get it, David? Because
he's
Captain Jack Sparrow.
yeah, he's always drunk. I was like,
He's
yeah.
always playing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's
But,
always kind of like
I don't know.
buzzed or whatever.
I'm excited for this because
Slurred.
like, when's the last time we really got to see Johnny Depp in a comedy? Like what? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yoga hosers.
Oh yeah, that too.
I didn't see that one.
A lot of people didn't see that. I'm a
Yeah.
huge Kevin Smith fan. So I watched Kevin Smith movies, good or bad, and Johnny Depp's in a lot of them actually.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
both buds, bro.
Yeah,
They're besties.
and their sisters are their sisters, their kids,
Their daughters.
their daughters are
That
friends.
too. They're sisters. Oh, okay.
Johnny Depp has a really young sister.
Yeah. Who looks just like him.
Yeah, their daughters. My bad. Anyway, I did watch the trailer and it does look pretty good.
Right? It looks funny. I really want to see it.
I'll give it a watch. Speaking of trailers, I was really excited to watch this one, Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
So, David,
Ooh.
hold on, real quick. You're talking about exclusives here. We actually have, only on the Speakeasy Gentlemen, a behind-the-scenes photo. Here we go. Go ahead and put that photo up there, David. Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
dude, I gotta send. Hey, dude, I want to fucking send it to Mark Hamill, like on Twitter. Just gonna be like, hey, dude, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for this. No, honestly, the trailer, dude, it looked really cool. Like, I love the way it opens up. Like, it looks, what? I'm assuming they'll be on Tatooine again. Is what it looked like, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
But it reminded me.
other-
A
I'm
little
a
bit.
little bit tired of the desert planets, to be honest, though.
I liked. Well, I mean, it reminded me a little bit of like Sergio Leone's Man with No Name trilogy. The
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood westerns. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. It's like the Man with No Name, but it's the girl with no parents. Like.
Hey,
Just so
way to
you
plug my
think.
show again.
Oh shit! Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get Ray on your show.
She sits there. We could try to tweet her and be like, hey, you want to just cry in character on the show?
Yeah, seriously. Call
Shit.
me, we'll talk.
Fucking David.
Lots of
So
theories about
I
that.
think you're right though, Pierce. What if it was like a jungle or something like that? You know what I mean?
You mean like
not
the first
just-
bit of
They've
Endor?
done jungle.
Not just like, I mean, it doesn't need to be clouds. Holy shit! Doesn't need to be trees everywhere, but for it to be, like the whole scene could go with trees,
I
like
like
in
what they
the.
did with the weird planet that had like the red dust and all that. I thought that was a nice touch because it was like a new environment. It was still kind of deserty, but it was like,
Yeah.
it was
Different.
like it was different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Rogue One. They did a desert planet as well, but they had
Well, they're on
stuff.
Jeddah.
Yeah, they had other stuff in there that was like unique.
Yeah.
I really did like Rogue One. I don't know why that one.
Oh god, I think that's the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it
Yeah.
goes for me. Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, and Solo.
Solo
I
is
like
number 3.
Solo.
Solo was
I
really
never
great. Dude.
actually saw it. I didn't have the
It's-
heart. I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan.
I tried
Watch
watching
it.
Solo.
Good. It's so
I
good.
need
I
watch
watched
it.
Solo, but I couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't.
I
get
like
into
Solo.
it. I think
pretty
it's
good.
like with me and this. I know this. There's gonna be a lot of controversy behind the statement, but with me, even with like individual Marvel shows, I'm not or individual Marvel movies. I'm not really into it. Like I'm into the big ones like Endgame and shit. So
Yeah.
if you put out a Star Wars movie, not like a Star Wars spin-off, I'm more likely gonna watch that over
For
the
me,
spin-off.
Solo was solid, but Rogue One was like a 10.
That was like what we wanted in like a Star War like fucking movie. I mean that's like what I always wanted to see, something like that, and I was really happy with Rogue One.
Yeah. I thought, by the way, I thought the trailer was amazing. Like, I really liked her jumping at the thing.
Yeah. So
The Interceptor.
Yeah.
So it comes in. She's got Skywalker's lightsaber holstered in her belt, right? Maybe she got it
Although
through
I'm a little confused.
through her bloodline, maybe.
Yeah, Rise
Based
of
on how they left
Skywalker.
out.
Yeah.
So so Luke says we passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now, but this is your fight. And then a TIE fighter with a red cockpit. Pierce, you go and put that.
It's a TIE Interceptor. All right, Josh, get it right.
Have they showed those before?
Yeah. Look up. Yeah, see, that's a TIE Interceptor for sure. See how it's all pointy? Yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds. I mean, look, there's sand. It reminds me of Tatooine. It could be a different planet. Well, it could be Jeddah. Wait. Could that be Jeddah? No.
I believe the word is Jedi.
No. Whatever.
I almost got all the beer out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Kylo Ren. Are they going to be talking to each
Alex
other?
Whiteley says that Solo was like jacking off with sandpaper.
Who the
I'm
fuck?
guessing he wasn't a fan of that.
Oh man.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Nope. I'm guessing he liked Last Jedi, right?
Mom Boo Magoo, what's going on? By the way, David, this is the guy who hosts Thorskin podcast who would like us to be on the show, so there's plenty of time for you
To say no. Good.
You could totally talk to him about this
Here we go.
show. Anyway,
Well-
I have one more image, and this is the image that really got to me from this trailer. Pierce, go ahead and put this image up.
Oh, come on, man.
Look at that, man. Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So they're gonna have her in it. I wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to kill her off somehow, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I really hated about The Last Jedi. Like, her being frozen, like, in space, like, that little part right before she, like, Mary Poppins herself out of shit. And, like, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Could they be could they be twins maybe? Like Kylo Ren and Rey?
Oh, okay.
See, that's-
I thought
that's
you
what
meant,
I
I
always
thought you meant
thought,
Ray.
like,
Here's two theories. Here's two theories that are going on. One of them is that there was a point in time where Han Solo had left Leia, and or he might have like cheated on her with Korra, the girl in Solo, and they might have like had a little bastard child that turned out to be Rey, and her parents just abandoned her on Jakku, the planet her name. Or
That
the
makes no
fact,
sense though, because
well, she would be
Han
the same
would have
age.
had
as
to
Kylo
know.
Ren.
yeah,
No.
but Han
Yeah.
Solo isn't going to give her the Skywalker bloodline.
Yeah, that's
No.
that as well.
Korra has a bit of I think she's like force sensitive.
Yeah, but she's not a fucking Skywalker.
Well,
So you
okay.
think
Or there's the other theory. Okay, so if you remember correctly, how Anakin just the midichlorians manifested and impregnated his mom,
Right.
right? If they did that, they could do it again, and it's actually Rey. So the midichlorians
She's like a
manifested again,
reincarnation or something.
created. She's sort of a reincarnation of Anakin, but it's just
Ah.
the idea of the midichlorians, getting someone knocked up, and boom, here's this child, and it turns out to be Rey.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but
I hope they didn't do that because
Hey.
it was a
Yeah.
dumb idea for them to do that in the first place.
it was a dumb idea to fucking kill off Snoke in the second one. The whole movie was just god fucking horrible. God shit.
So
Where I'm confused
a
is
lot
by
of people
how they
are
left
saying
off.
A lot of people are saying dead people are not dead.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh, the
after
Emperor's
the
last
trailer.
Come on, dude.
Especially after this trailer, though. Emperor Palpatine.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. That's.
To me, it seemed like in the last movie that Kylo was going to switch to the light side and Rey was going to switch to the dark side.
I was kind of hoping for a big switch.
It kind of
like
seemed like
Save
it
this
was
movie.
going
That
there.
would have been
Big old
cool.
switcheroo.
Yeah.
It kind of
I
seemed
thought
like it
they
was
were
going there.
gonna like work together and be like, oh wow, they're gonna like put it into all this bad
Yeah.
shit. But then it
Yeah.
didn't really work out. I was like,
It seemed like they both got tempted by the other side for a second.
It's weird how they have that telekinetic power. They
Yeah.
just like talk to each
Which
other.
is why I think they're twins.
Yeah. Yeah. I have twins, so.
You're a twin?
Yeah. I have twins.
Yeah, it's twins.
Yeah.
Children.
hmm
Oh, okay. Do they?
Yeah.
He was like, doesn't that make you triplets?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Well, I have another daughter too, and she's like, whenever they used to cry when they were little, she's like, Mom, at least they weren't triplets. You know, maybe they are. Maybe they are. No. They're not really telepathic, but they do kind of have a sense of like what each other's kind of thinking. It's kind of weird.
It's like if one gets hurt, does the other one feel the pain?
Now, if they were force
No,
sensitive,
but
they
they're very
definitely have.
empathic. Like, sorry.
They
I have
definitely know
twin
what's
cousins,
going
and
on.
I punch one of them in the arm to find out which one feels it. To this day, I still don't know their name. Like the only difference is there's two beauty marks on the side of their nose,
Mhm.
and that one only one of them has it, and so I know that one's the second one that came out. So I call it twin number.
Call it twin
The
number
second-
2.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
No,
Before we
Call it
move
baby.
on,
Yeah.
Alex Whiteley asked, "Can you clear up what is a Mandalorian?"
A Mandalorian is the I'm not sure if it's like a race,
They're
but
not,
it's
I don't think they're a race. They're like
A tribe?
Soldiers. Yeah, they're like a.
Yeah.
like a assassins. That's
They're
what
like a
Boba
group. They're a group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the Mandalorian skull has that weird elongated skull with a tusk going around kind of thing. I've always wanted to get that branded right here.
I like Mandalorians.
You're not tough enough to get a fucking brand on you.
I would.
What you talking about?
You want to do it?
I'll fucking brand you.
You-
Yeah.
Make a
Can I-
fucking
Can I
cast.
do that?
Get the yeah.
I'm
So
just gonna,
down.
I'm gonna get a fucking wire hanger out of my closet.
No.
I'm gonna get all fancy. What are you talking about? I'm just gonna bend it
Josh,
in the right.
if you waste
Heat it
all your
up.
time doing this,
It's
you
on the
know he's
show.
gonna back out
Put it
the
on the
last
show.
second.
He's absolutely gonna back out, but I'm still gonna do it. I will
Really?
Okay,
order
who
a
wants to
professional
see it happen
cattle
on the
brand.
show? Yeah, who wants to see it happen on
There
the
we
show?
go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, let's get a
We'll
vote.
do it.
Let's
I'll
get
do
a
it.
vote. Get a
Yeah?
vote going.
Get me a good Mandalorian
Yeah.
skull to fucking brand. I'm gonna brand it right here.
Cool.
This is what's gonna happen. I'm barely gonna touch your skin. It's gonna, and you're gonna like back up, and you're gonna have like
Nope.
a little burn. in
No,
the
you
shape
guys
of-
strap
weird
me
ass
down.
shape. burn.
Strap me down. Leave it on there for a few seconds. I'm so down. You guys don't even fucking know.
All right. So, there is a.
Yes.
Josh, give me your notes.
We're gonna talk about the game.
Josh is too drunk.
Am I gonna talk about what?
The game?
The Star Wars game?
Star Wars game. No,
No.
no. Why? Do you want to talk about the
I
game?
wanna talk
Are you
about the
doing your
game.
game news corner?
Yeah,
now?
I think Pierce. I want to
Okay,
talk about it
so
too. Let's do it.
So they
Two against
also
one.
released a trailer for a Star Wars video game
Yes.
called Jedi Fallen Order or something.
Yeah. Okay. What did you think about that trailer?
It looks like there's going to be a good story to it, and I'm hoping it's somewhere closer to Knights of the Old Republic and all
It
that.
seems like.
I hope
yeah.
it's closer to that than to just like a basic shooter or something. what they're
The
doing
trailers
now.
seem like the main character, the protagonist that you'd be playing in the video game, seems like he's force sensitive but
Mhm.
hiding it.
Mhm.
Doesn't want anybody else to know.
Oh, he definitely is. So it's about this guy that's like, it's like when they're purging all the Jedi during like
I mean, Order 66.
yeah, exactly. So
Commander Cody.
So when they're executing Order 66, he's like trying to not show people that he's force sensitive, and they're basically he's walking around. People are like looking at him funny, like
Like, hey you, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I'm breathing.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what the gameplay is like. I'm hoping there's a lot of story to it. If you guys, Knights of the Old Republic, the best Star Wars games, like for story wise, is.
I was
the
really
best.
looking forward to 1313, but then Disney just fucking scrapped that off the
Oh,
fucking
jeez.
table. It was
Oh.
bullshit,
They
dude.
just need to do Knights of the Old Republic again. They turned it into a multiplayer thing and it didn't really work out well. They need to redo it.
Pierce, did you play that game back when we were kids? How old is that game?
Okay.
It was on Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Rogue Squadron?
No,
I remember
Shadows of the
playing one.
Empire.
I remember playing one Star
Are you
Wars.
talking about the game I'm talking about?
I'm talking about the game you're talking about.
No, I.
Are you talking about what I'm
that's on
talking about? Because
PC.
he's talking about what he's talking about.
That's on PC.
What are you talking about, Josh?
No, you didn't play that. I didn't play that with
Alexis,
your,
what are you doing? You fucking weirdo.
She's doing a physical
I was
version of what you were
saying.
saying.
What you were
She
saying.
I thought you were like trying to be like John Williams, like conducting the Star Wars theme like silently to yourself. Like,
All right. So speaking of trailers, did you guys see the trailer for the American Horror Story 1984?
no.
No.
Have you guys ever watched American Horror Story?
No.
Part of what season was the one with their hotel?
Oh, the season called Hotel. Yeah.
But what?
good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I
Was it?
don't remember. I didn't. It was right. That one was right after the Circus Freak one that I watched. I forget what that one was called. But anyway,
Circus.
maybe. So if you don't know, American Horror Story, every season they have a different theme. So it's a completely different story. It doesn't follow between season to season, but it typically has the same cast. This one is called 1984, and it's about slasher films. And
When
it's
does it take place,
fucking
though?
awesome. I think around the 1990s. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
There's no way I'd know that. Come on, David. But
So are they trying to write on the back of like Stranger Things and like keep it in the 80s because that's all the rage right now?
Well, you know, and then
Then you do
Wonder
90s.
Woman 1984 is coming out. What's going on with 1984? George Orwell's coming back.
George Orwell? Yeah.
So it's an homage to the 1980s slasher films like Friday the 13th,
Maniac.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Children of the
Yeah.
Corn.
Nice.
It
Maniac.
looks pretty fucking cool, man. So it's this girl running through the woods.
we
Like,
have
it
your
opens
woman
up-
more time.
It opens up with that, and then it's a guy who looks kind of like Jason, and he has a fucking big ass kitchen knife, and he's like walking over to the cabin. She gets into the cabin and slams the door behind her, and then he like
Through the
first
door.
he taps on the door with his knife, and then he
She's
stabs.
like, oh, that's
through
someone
it.
else.
He stabs through it, and then there's like the fucking knife right next to her head and shit, and she screams. It looks fucking awesome.
I miss 90s horror. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Like what?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Wasn't that when Scream came out, or was that 2000s?
That was like
Mm.
2000.
That was 90s. That was
Okay.
90s. No.
1999.
I'm thinking like Scream.
It was like my
Scream was
senior
good.
year in high school. So yeah, it was like 99 or 2000 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Or
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
I grew up watching 80s horror films, so like
Yeah.
that's just my bread and butter right there. Like fucking The Thing, Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I'm just so caught up on
Dead.
Captain Marvel because someone needs to do
Dead.
90s nostalgia the right way.
Yes.
Yeah, Evil Dead.
Not
Like,
just
I was
show
like
a
fucking
blockbuster.
12 years old, like 12 years old, watching like what movie
Blew
we're
my
renting
mind.
this night. They're like, oh, we're renting Evil Dead. I'm like, what's it about? Like, I don't know, but a woman gets raped by a tree. We're like, what the fuck? Like,
Did you see the rest of them?
yeah.
Yeah.
Army of Dead
Uh-huh.
2, Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
I still haven't finished the show though. It was so good. I've only finished like the first season. I need to finish watching the entire show.
Aw.
First
so
season of
sad.
what?
Evil Dead. Well, Ash versus the Evil Dead, right? That was the name of the show.
Oh, is that on Hulu? I think that's on Hulu.
Shut the
I've
fuck
never
up,
seen it.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
dude.
it's on Hulu.
Bruce Campbell's back. Come on, man. Ashley Williams,
I don't think I've ever seen it.
bro. It's really fucking good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
But-
check. I'm checking
Yeah,
Hulu
they stopped.
right
they
now.
stopped after 3 seasons, I think. And then what? Bruce Campbell just like came out and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm retiring from being the Ash, the character." I was like, "Oh man."
It is on Hulu, but you have to add stars with a Z. You know,
Add
like the
it.
thing you used to watch softcore porn on. Anyway,
What?
speaking of adding shit, some motherfucker who has
Add
my
another
sign on, for Hulu. You can go ahead and grab that, Alexis. The person who has my sign on for Hulu added. Was that you, David? You son of a bitch.
Added what? What did I do?
HBO.
Oh
No, I didn't.
my god, someone did that?
Somebody went, and the only way you could add or take something away is by going on to Hulu.com on a computer and clicking to add it. So it was a free subscription. It was like a 2-week subscription that was free, and then after that it was like $36 a month or some shit like that.
Like you asked your
But
kids, all 10 of your
Here's
kids.
my problem. Here's my problem. The motherfucker who added it didn't even say like, "Hey Josh, just to let you know," or "Hey, I want to
So
run
just
this by
started
you real
charging
quick.
you?
I'm gonna add this." No, is because I got a notification
Oh,
saying
okay.
that was added. Me and Ricky were watching Hulu, and then I was like, "What's all this HBO shit?" So we watched like 2 movies, and then I canceled that shit because.
Are you sure you
whoever
guys
fucking
weren't
added-
drunk and high and fucking were the ones that bought it yourself?
David.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, we do that all the time. That's us. Yep.
Well, you guys just sit at home and watch shit all the fucking time. You're like,
So I would know if I added fucking HBO, and I would have added it today so I could watch fucking Game of Thrones. Not 2 weeks ago to where it ends the day before today when Game of Thrones fucking comes out. Dumbass.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
Boy.
So anyway, there's a new series coming out. It's called, it's about Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner signed on.
Yeah.
It's the Hawkeye series. The project is going to be an adventure series where Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, passes the torch to Kate Bishop, who's going to take over.
Nice.
What do you guys think?
I mean, Jeremy Renner. That
be
sounds
alright.
exciting.
Jeremy Renner, yeah. So she's going to be a member of the Young Avengers. Huh? Young Avengers spin-off? What do you think?
Young Avengers, like what? Teen Titans?
Do you think that
Like the same characters, but younger, or
do you think Disney Plus is going to develop this Young Avengers thing, and then they're going to take over the MCU pretty soon? Like they're going to be like a TV show on Disney Plus and then go to cinematic release?
Huh? I don't know.
That'd be weird.
I don't
But
know.
people get
Isn't
so
Spider-Man part of
close
Young
to these-
Avengers?
Ooh.
I don't know.
What did you say? Isn't Spider-Man supposed
I
to
don't
be?
know. Is
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man part of Young
I mean,
Avengers?
I'm sure if there's gonna be a transition that happens, he's gonna stay with them.
Right.
But anyway, I was gonna say something, but I forgot, so I'm gonna keep moving. So Disney Plus is going to have a limited series of the MCU, so it's gonna focus on characters like Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, Vision, Scarlet Witch. All of those are gonna have their individual series, and it's expected to
Loki.
have
Oh wow!
6 to 8 episodes each.
Holy shit, dude! Disney's really fucking like getting
Going
it
all
out there.
in.
But
Yeah,
get this, it's
pushing
going to be
them out, huh?
produced by Kevin Feige. Feige?
Fiji.
Feige?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fiji
I
water.
don't think it's
What
not
about it?
Fiji. It's definitely not Fiji. But he's headed up the MCU for years, and he's going to be producing these shows. So
Wow.
they're actually going to have a fucking huge budgets too for television series,
Well, if it's
especially.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney's got like all the fucking. They're close to being a monopoly, isn't that what the whole like?
Yeah.
They actually just bought
Reason-
out Parker Brothers. They own Monopoly. No, I'm just kidding, David.
I was like, what the fuck, dude?
David was
Like,
like, huh?
I didn't hear about that
I
one.
think I need, yeah.
I was doing this. I was like, Ruby. Like,
No, I don't know. I mean, it could be possible.
That'd be weird.
I wouldn't be surprised. Don't Parker Brothers own the Ouija board?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't play fucking.
I do not touch the Ouija board.
No, I'm talking about Monopoly. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
play any shit.
Yeah,
It
but
just
also
causes-
like almost
it
first.
causes argument. All it does is cause fights in my family.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
I'll cheat
Some of
the
those
whole
people end up on my show.
So when
Thank
Let's keep
you,
supporting
David.
her show by
Thanks,
playing
Parker
Monopoly.
Brothers.
this one time we started playing Monopoly as a family, then well things took a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
Everything got a little strange.
Give me a
after
call.
that.
Yeah. I know you're out there.
My mom was being a banker. We can't trust that bitch.
So I was playing Life with Ricky the other day, and I was like, oh, I got a lot of 100s. I got to color up, and I was giving her like 3, and was like, can you give me a $500 bill? And she was doing it. Like, if you give me an opportunity to cheat, I'm gonna cheat on the stupid games because, and I wasn't even the fucking banker that time, and I ended up with like all the money in the whole game I had.
This is why I don't play with my sister, dude. That bitch can't be trusted, dude, at all. At all.
I guess there's a Monopoly that is called like a cheater's version where you're supposed
Yeah.
to cheat in it, but that kind of defeats the
That'd be
purpose.
fun.
Right?
Well, it's like all
I
this
wonder if that
stupid
has
shit you're not
rules.
allowed to do. It's like,
That has
go
a
do
rule
it.
book.
What?
What'd you say, Pierce?
I wonder if that has a rule book.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more guidelines than actual rules.
Yeah, we just like,
Oh, you were supposed to keep as a code.
Yeah. Good job getting my reference, David.
I did.
Yeah.
I fucking whatever.
All right. Let's talk about some stupid people, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Have you guys ever heard that saying, "Stick it to my veins"?
Yeah, that's from
Yeah.
Simpsons. That's Barney. Yeah, when he's wins the film festival, he's like, "Don't cry for me, I'm already dead."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't just quoting the Barney, but you guys have heard that saying before, right?
No.
I think so, like once or twice.
Or when they love something so much, like, I wish I could just put it directly into my veins.
Oh yeah.
I do have the
So-
veins for like a heroin addict. I could
A
start.
woman known only as Zhang from China blended a smoothie of 20 different kinds of fruits and then put it into an intravenous
Oh
drip.
no.
Oh,
According
fuck.
to South China Morning Post, the 51-year-old she was really into unconventional health treatments. And this was one of the most unusual ones, obviously.
She's like, I do coffee enemas.
She was putting fruit into her fucking veins. Fruit smoothie into her veins.
Like,
needed those
multiple times or just
break
once?
that shit down first, right?
Right?
Like your
Yeah,
stomach.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Oh wait, hold on. Please tell me that the food particles like created like a sort of blood clot in her veins.
Yeah.
So
What happened?
she started getting really fucking weird. So her husband took her to the hospital.
Amputation. I'm hoping for amputation.
They
A little bit
luckily were able to save her. But the doctor said she developed an infection in her liver, her kidney, her heart. She was at risk of multiple organ failures, but they were able to nurse her back to health.
How'd they do that?
Oh man. So yeah, all kinds of shit, dude. All kinds of shit.
Dude, that
But-
sounds terrible.
She
That
was
sounds
quoted.
awesome.
She was quoted to say, "I thought fresh fruits were very nutritious and wouldn't do any harm by injecting them into my body. I had no idea it would get me into such trouble."
So was
you know,
the syringe
it's good.
that she used, was that one made in China also? Or? She's asking for a friend.
I want to know who told her that was a better way to ingest stuff.
She was into unconventional health treatments, and that's pretty.
Unconventional. That
that's
sounds
as
like she stayed
unconventional as it
like.
can get.
Sounds like she had a friend for like a druggie. Like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, put this in your veins. Like, get in there faster.
It's like here's some opium,
like who gave her that idea? Like, I want to
some
know.
black tar heroin. Here you go. Just gotta get a lighter and hold it underneath until it starts to bubble.
David, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about heroin.
Why are you talking about heroin?
Well, you inject it, don't you? You could smoke it too, but most people don't.
All right. All right.
Most people don't use heroin.
Most people don't got veins like these.
Why are you walking us through how to do heroin? That's my question.
When you come out all calm and glossy-eyed, just really feeling very euphoric.
Alcohol does that though too.
Like drinking tequila and sitting in a fucking
A hot tub. What? John Travolta?
jacuzzi. Yeah, that's what I
A
was referring.
jacuzzi. A jacuzzi.
She's got a jacuzzi.
This is a good callback from when he was on the Inside the Actor Studio, dude. That's a really good callback. I like that.
Did he mention that on Inside the Actor Studio?
That's where we got it. Yeah, he's
Really?
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh,
Really?
it would have been so
Swear to
good if
God.
I would have
There's
played
an
that out.
episode. There's an episode of Inside the Actors Studio where John Travolta's on there, and they talk about Pulp Fiction and like his his bit with Tarantino, and he's like, Tarantino was trying to sell him the idea of, because he originally wanted John Travolta to be in From Dusk Till Dawn. He wanted him to be Seth, I think, or something like that. And he's like, you know what? I can't picture myself doing a vampire movie. I'm not really into that whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I really like Pulp Fiction. This one's really good. He's like, well, I actually have this character. It was supposed to be Michael Madsen, Vic Vega, Vincent Vega, but he ended up splitting it. And he's like, okay, well, just kind of in the universe, they're brothers. So Michael Madsen, Vincent Vega, and John Travolta, Vic Vega. So in that universe, they're actually brothers. I always wondered like if he was gonna do a movie where they're both together, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. But yeah, it's a really funny bit when he's talking about like, he's like, how did you get in the role for being a heroin addict? He's like, yeah, I asked my agent. He said, yeah, just get plastered off of tequila shots and then just sit in a hot tub. And he's like, you'll get the essence of a fucking heroin addict.
So,
I swear to
David,
God, that was on. Yes.
I remember that when you said good job on the callback, I thought you were talking about fucking James Vanderbeek saying she's got a jacuzzi. I thought it was the jacuzzi part.
You didn't think I was talking about Travolta's thing?
No, we were already past that. We were talking about she's got a jacuzzi, and we're quoting How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. He's like, $9 a beer. What a rip. Good thing I'm packing.
All right. Anyway, just so you guys know, AC Bergen says he prefers to snort heroin. Just want you guys to
Sure, if you want to overdose.
see what you opened up, David.
Good.
Big old box of worms. Okay, so let me ask you guys, Alexis. I know you don't watch TV, but what's your favorite?
I watch boring documentaries. It's actually like a really.
Oh, I
Serial
love
killer.
docs. I watch docs all the time. I
Yeah,
watch
I love
docs
them.
and indie films. Those are like my
Like
two go-tos.
seriously, yeah, I love them. They get me horny. I love it. I love documentaries. I love history. I love all that stuff. Like,
You see
seriously,
Dave's
yeah.
face?
Ask anyone who knows me.
Any porn,
Like,
any porn is a documentary, right?
Document.
Any porn is a documentary. So, what's your favorite streaming service?
My favorite streaming service for like movies?
Pornhub.
Okay. I don't know. I use Netflix and Amazon.
Okay.
That's just kind of the two I use. YouTube.
What about you, Pierce?
Yeah.
Netflix is my go-to.
David?
As of recently, it's been Hulu because I've been watching King of the Hill like all over again.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes, I've been watching
King of the
that too.
Hill.
Yeah. Dude, so the other day,
King of the Hill.
what the?
That was a
What?
No, goddamn way.
Damn
What?
it, Bobby.
Blackout.
I really like the
That
other.
boy,
the-
right.
I got-
Brittany Murphy, I miss her.
Oh,
I
I
know.
know.
Oh God, I miss
Let's
her.
have a drink for her. Let's have a drink.
Yes.
For her. All right.
Powerad's gone.
Love you. Mm.
The other day was
Where I remember from Clueless.
Hit City.
Yes.
Rolling with
Oh.
the homie.
Rolling with the homies.
I was like Sin
Yeah.
City.
Yeah. I just bought like a deck of Uno cards that were like had pictures from the 90s. Yeah, that had like Clueless. I was
Wow,
like,
that's cool.
oh my
That's
God,
fancy shit.
why
I gotta get that.
why are they still here? Like, why are these not sold out? And I was like, the dork like grabbing them. I was like, I'm gonna get these.
Where'd you find those at?
Yeah,
I think Target,
I'm going
like
to.
in a bin or something.
Go to Target.
Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because there was a new study by the the Hub of International Research, and 1,700 people were polled in the U.S. All of them preferred Netflix as their streaming service. 44% would keep Netflix if they could only choose one. Out of all of them, if you can only choose one to keep, 44% said Netflix. 29% in second place said CBS.
Who the fuck
CBS?
said that?
Probably for
Who the
news
fuck
or
said
something.
that?
Ah.
Probably old
So
people
I
let's
don't
talk
watching
about
know
the
news.
that.
demographics. 60% of
Yeah.
the people surveyed from ages 16 to 34 said Netflix. Everybody else, 29% said Hulu within that age range. So you got to
older
think
than-
the CBS was like some old people.
Like
you know what I
65
mean?
and
That's
older.
It's probably like 65
Earth
and
is for
over.
the young.
Yeah, they're the ones watching fucking
Jag.
Jeopardy. And
Fucking
Yeah.
Jack.
Law and Order. You know how cranky I get when I don't get to see my show. Where's my
So-
minutes?
So Alex Whiteley's streaming service is xhamster.com, just so you guys know. And then we have somebody who would prefer Hulu. And I actually, let me tell you one thing. If Hulu gets The Office, like the U.S. Office, I would drop Netflix in a heartbeat.
Well, Hulu already has
Yeah.
Parks and Rec,
I
right?
can't live without
It has
that.
it has Parks and Rec. You love
Yeah.
The Office?
I love The Office. Fucking love The Office. Can I say
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
love it.
So
We've been
saying
fucking
all
cussing.
kinds
I
of
should have worn
shit
my
this
Dunder
entire
Mifflin
time.
t-shirt. But
So-
Yes.
I have my Dunder Mifflin t-shirt right here. So
Yeah.
get this.
Twinsies.
I had a class that I was teaching for 4 weeks, and they were asking me Office trivia. And if I got 3 questions wrong, I had to shave my
jeez.
beard. This is like the longest I've ever had my facial hair, actually. Well, in the last like 2 years, but nobody fucking could stump me. Think of some questions, Alexis, and if you could stump me,
Oh
I'll
God.
What
Josh
was,
will shave his head.
Oh
tip my
God.
hat to you.
Questions.
what
Oh,
was
shit.
Oscar's Halloween costume? His second
Which-
Halloween costume.
Which season? Yeah,
His
I don't
second
know.
one?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing that you're talking about the time when he was like a crocodile or a lizard.
No.
Okay, so before that, you're talking about when he was a lady. No, that was his very first.
It was after that.
Then he was the
Yes.
something consumer.
Yes,
I forget.
that
Hold
one.
on, I could think of a fuck. I can think of.
Keep your hands up so we know you're not looking on your
No,
computer.
he has to do this. I'm the
Keep your hands up.
not
Oh.
casual
I
consumer.
can tell you.
Oh, what did he say?
Something along those lines. I'll think of it. He's the
Cute.
Drink
Oh,
more of
that
your
bugs
frozen
me. Yeah,
beer,
that
you
bugs
dumb
me.
fuck.
casual consumer.
No.
It's not casual though.
No,
Son of a bitch.
it's
I'll
not
think of it.
casuals. Like,
It's not. I know it's not casual. It's
Yeah,
something like frugal or smart.
Or,
But I
Yeah.
forget what the word is
Frugal
because I'm not frugal or smart.
Yeah. Well,
some of
frugal
the-
is it?
You're,
What is it,
you're
Pierce?
good in there. It's
So-
rational.
Yeah.
Rational consumer. Son of a bitch.
oh,
I was
is
so
it?
close. Yes.
Josh
Look
got to shave
that-
his head now. You got to
I
shave
didn't
your
say
head.
that. No,
I said it. Now you have to do it.
Anyway, this poll was before Disney Plus got released, so I'm guessing a lot of things are going to change very, very soon because November 12th, 2019, Disney Plus is coming out, and they finally released their pricing. How much do you think it is per month for Disney Plus?
$6.99.
Fuck you, David. You stupid son of a bitch. It's $6.99. David, fuck you. So, Disney Plus is going to have all of the TV shows. They're going to unlock the Disney Vault. They're going to have movies like Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, the new Aladdin, Star Wars, the new Lion King. All of that shit's going to be on Disney Plus for only $6.99, dude. That is going to be my primary streaming service going forward. I could tell you that right now.
Of course, you're buying into those fucking.
Well, plus they fucking own everything, dude. They own The Simpsons. We could watch the fucking Simpsons on Disney Plus too.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, they own.
They're gonna have all of it on there.
They own everything.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I heard The Simpsons. Yeah, I got it. You got it. When you get it, and then you add me as a hang on.
Oh, dude, the FX Now app, you could watch every Simpsons ever whenever you want.
I can't, not with this fucking iPad. I need to get a new one. When the update happened.
I really like this. Sorry.
It is really good. Yeah, I need my second one. Hopefully it's melted now. But Alexis, let's dive a little deeper into your show, if you don't mind not depressing anybody. If you could.
Here she goes. She is well on her way.
Well, yeah. No, seriously. Like, honestly, like in a nutshell, I had a crappy childhood. It wasn't all bad. But there were certain things like there was some mental illness in my family and stuff. And so it made it really difficult to have like a normal relationship with them. And so it took me like years until like I finally got my butt into counseling to talk to somebody about it. Be like, this is like fucked up or whatever. Like, can you help me figure this stuff out? And they'd be like, oh, well, this is this and that is that. And I'd be like, what? I was raised by, people who had this, illness and they're like, yeah, and so it kind of shocked me. And,
right, you just thought it was normal, right? Because you grew up.
I just thought it was normal. Well, I knew it messed me up. Like their normal, messed me up.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't make sense of anything, and it wasn't until when my kids were little, and then my parents started doing kind of the same things to them, and it just kind of triggered me and made me upset. So I took my kids and I didn't want them around them anymore, and I talked to my counselor. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't, they're not listening, they don't respect my boundaries or whatever with my kids. And so I just kind of had to cut myself off, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. I didn't really want to, but at the same time, I had to do what I needed to do for my kids and for myself.
For your kids' mental health,
yeah. Sure. And then it wasn't until after that, I started having all these weird friggin' flashbacks and stuff of stuff that I thought I didn't remember, and then that all came up, and then I joined a support group and then talked to those people, and I was like, oh, they're just like me. I'm not the only one. And then I talked to someone about starting a podcast, and then he kind of got cold feet, and he's like, I don't think I can handle it emotionally. And I was like, dude, I don't think I can handle it emotionally either. But, yeah, so then I just decided to keep going. Just after the campfires, literally the next town over from where I used to live. And that just kind of got me going, I think, just kind of pushed me to start the podcast. And I just launched on the 31st, and I have about 5 episodes. They're all on my website, which is whenthebellbreaks.com. But I'm having a problem getting all the episodes up on all the streaming. For some reason, they're just putting out my pilot. So tomorrow I have to get all that sorted out, because tomorrow's Monday. But yeah, so it's a new show. So it's kind of a little bit, not quite super polished or whatever. And I'm still.
It is really good though. I listened to your pilot, and then recently I listened to the one with Brian. I forget his last name.
Brian Cardoza.
Yeah.
Just listen to our first episode, and you'll feel a lot better.
Oh shit! Yeah. If you listen to when we started, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Alexis.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered taking LSD?
I've considered it.
Microdosing, is that what you're talking about?
I also have a weak body, seriously, 30 years of sleep deprivation and nightmares. Yeah, I'm surprised, I'm impressed I can still do this. Yeah.
So you're saying you're basically tripping all the time because of your sleep deprivation?
I have PTSD and anxiety and depression and all that good stuff.
Microdosing LSD might help you a lot, actually.
Yeah, take it from Dr. fucking David down here.
No,
You know what? It's a lot like Hunter S. Thompson once said. He's I don't mean to advocate, drugs, alcohol, or violence to anyone, but they've always worked for me. So, cheers to the good doctor.
It's usually whatever works. Like, no, but yeah, no, I kind of stayed away from drugs because that kind of messed up my brother. But
wait, what did he do? If you don't mind me asking.
God, probably friggin' everything. That was another thing. I grew up with a drug addict in the house. He was 11 years older than me. And I was 7 years old answering the phone for him when his drug pushers were calling. They were like, hey, when are you going to be 18? That kind of bullshit. Oh, yeah, totally. Like, totally.
Oh, yeah, because... Wait, no.
Not my brother. No, his friends that were calling, his friends with the drugs and stuff.
Yeah, they were calling. They were calling about you.
They were calling about me. Yeah, I would answer the phone. Hi. And he'd be like, hey, where's your brother? I'd be like, oh, he's in his room. And they'd be like talking to me. Yeah, super, super duper freaking sick. Yeah, so so I'm not an alcoholic, I swear. But
right.
That's not what AC Bergen says.
Yeah.
No, but it messed me up, like growing up in that environment, and it bothered me, and I didn't want that for my kids, and I just steered away from all of that, and decided to make a podcast talking about it and giving other people the chance to talk about it.
Yeah, it actually.
There's a lot of
from the looks of it, I think Pierce is kind of willing to join in on your show. He's starting to relate to a lot of things you're saying.
There's a lot of benefits to microdosing LSD that have been going on for the past 10 to 15 years, like a lot of research and a lot of positive effects of like changing people's lives, people with PTSD, depression, or addiction and things like that. So that's why I've always kind of curious. To me.
Oh, so take drugs to get rid of your addiction, like fight fire with fire. Is that what you're saying? That's kind of like what it
LSD
is, right?
is not addictive at all. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's
it kind of rewires your brain a little bit.
It does because
It's worth looking into, but it's not an end all.
Doesn't LSD store in your fucking bones or something? Didn't that lady break her bones and then fucking?
That's spinal tap. That's if you take too much. That's a lot. You gotta take.
Yeah, but I remember a story about some lady breaking a bone or some shit like that, and then she just started fucking tripping and killed her kid or some shit like that.
I don't know. Maybe that was.
Yeah, certain people they can just crack their back and get a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, David?
Yeah, because it lodges in your spine. Because
I'm allergic to so much shit. I'd be afraid to try anything. But yeah,
I am a bitch. I am so afraid. Honestly, I'm so afraid. If I were to do something like cocaine, I would probably die.
Yeah,
because I know that my
so
heart's gonna fucking freak out, and then I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, and I'm gonna have a heart attack. That's why I don't do shit like that. I'm so afraid to do anything.
I'm caffeine free too. I don't do that either.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If I drink a Monster right now,
people aren't living it up.
If I drink a Monster right now, I would probably go to the hospital because I'd have an anxiety attack at the very least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I eat a little bit of chocolate. That's the most caffeine I've had is a little tiny bit of chocolate.
You can't cut the chocolate out.
Yeah. A little bit.
It's like
I had a brisk the other day and I turned it around and it was really 7 milligrams of caffeine and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I fucking read labels on everything, man. I know if there's caffeine and shit. So Alexis, before we move on, how can we access your shows again?
You can access the show, and pretty soon all the episodes will be up on all the servers and hosts. You can find us on, I think, oh my god. Okay, I'm halfway done with my second. Okay.
We told you to write it down.
No, we're not on SoundCloud. I know, I should.
Oh yeah, she was like, I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head.
I was like, forgot. I'm like, do that. Okay, no. Spotify. We're on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We are on, I think, Podbean and Stitcher.
Okay.
So those are the 4 main ones. And then we are up live on our website. And then all of the podcasts will be uploaded on YouTube as well.
Awesome.
Probably this week. Yeah.
So we will include links in our on our page for these as well.
Yeah.
So Alexis, just shoot those links over and we'll include that as well if you remember them anyway. You might want to start writing them down now before you forget. Just kidding. So real quick, let's talk about what's new on Netflix and Hulu. There are 2 things I want to talk about. Number 1 is Our Planet. Have you guys ever watched something? Have you ever watched Planet Earth or any of those?
Well, Morgan Freeman.
Blue Planet.
Look at this beautiful piece of Earth. Look at that thick body that this planet has.
Have you ever watched those?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yes.
So they just released a show called Our Planet, and it really it
This
follows
island
animals. Typically, like what they usually do, follow animals, and then show
the
our
human.
impact. So they show the humans' impact on things like the rainforest and the reduction of habitats and all kinds
What
of
we're
shit.
doing to
It's really fucking good. I definitely recommend you watch it. It really makes you
Is it on Netflix or Hulu?
take a step back and be like, yeah, we need to
Netflix.
fucking do something. It's on
We need to
Netflix.
change. Everybody needs to change.
Yeah. So it's fucking ridiculous. But watch
I
it.
care
It makes
more
you
about the
feel
environment
makes
than
you
I do
feel
about-
really guilty.
Yeah.
And then there's a Netflix original series called Black Summer. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
I
No.
just started watching it. It's a fucking zombie show,
What?
and it looks awesome. It looks awesome. We watched 2
What
episodes.
kind of zombies are you talking about? George A. Romero or the other guy?
It's just normal. I mean, they're not. Well, actually, they're not slow-moving zombies. Yeah. They're normal people, I guess.
Do they?
You know?
Do the zombies talk?
No.
Okay, so it's a George A. Romero sort of thing.
So I remember watching the trailer, and people there's a time where they're like they need to eat, and somebody threw a person outside of the fucking house that they were at.
You're it.
Yeah,
The fuck?
basically. So the episode that I watched, it's the beginning episode. They're loading onto these vehicles with the military, and then this motherfucker, this guy.
I was like, this mother had a
he's-
child. Or what are you gonna try to say? Like,
He's like,
she's like, don't choose me.
so
take my
their
child."
daughter gets onto it. This guy's bleeding, and then he's trying to hide it and shit. They find out that he's bleeding, and then they freak out.
Oh, no.
They drive away with the daughter.
He's on his period.
The mom and the the mom and the husband get left behind. The husband's obviously going to turn into a zombie soon. The mom's like, I'll
Wow,
find
spoilers.
you.
Jeez, thanks. I don't want to watch the show
I
anymore.
just said he's like damaged goods, but it actually looks really fucking good. Take a watch, Black Summer, while you still have time to watch Netflix before Disney Plus takes over the world. Yeah, good stuff.
Summer.
Nice.
Anyway, we have our new segment called Today in Florida. I looked up April 14th, Florida man, and guess what came up?
April 14th, Florida.
That's right. So,
Let's see it.
That's right.
this story is... That's right. Florida man pretending to be cop tried pulling over 2 detectives.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So,
Hold on. Wait.
Did he know? Let me finish the first sentence yet.
so it was this older guy who had blue and white lights installed in his vehicle. He also purchased a little symbol that says police interceptor on it, stuck it to the back of his white Crown
I think
Victoria.
it's with Mad Max.
And-
Like fucking,
Crown Victoria.
Yes, and he flipped the lights on. So the
Get these
detectives
assholes.
were like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" So they pulled over.
Why did
and
they
then-
get fucking worried? They're like, oh shit, that's cops.
Well, yeah, they're-
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's the
It's
cops!
Dude, do you know what we are? We're cops.
so the guy actually went around them and pulled into a parking lot.
Yeah.
And then the detectives followed him and then introduced themselves and asked if he was a member of the police. And then he said
They had a
no.
skip card. They had it was a reverse on Uno. They're like,
Yeah,
reverse.
first on Uno. So he said no. He blamed it on being a senior moment, and he normally helps the police out by using his light. So if there was an emergency, somebody stopped in the middle of the road, for instance, he would flip his lights on and
that
he would
doesn't
wait
sound believable.
for people to show
Florida,
up. But
they're out there messing around.
yeah, he definitely got in some trouble, but they actually he only got citations. He didn't go to jail for it
So
because
he was a white guy.
yep, you got it, David.
If it was a black man, they'd shoot him.
So
Like, oh,
I
we
actually
didn't know.
had several stories to pick from for April 14th, but I thought that was a pretty good one. Guy pretended to be a
pretty good.
cop and accidentally pulls over 2 detectives.
What
couldn't
are
ask
the
for-
odds? Dude? He's got my luck in the universe. Like,
That's a good one.
shit.
All right, so before we say goodnight, we have a Speakeasy meme exchange.
Okay.
We like to invite people to every now and then.
Not really.
It is a Planet Fitness of the internet. It's a judgment-free zone where you could post whatever the fuck you want, and you won't get reported. In fact, if you don't like it, you scroll past it, and if you end up reporting somebody, we will find you. And
You're
we
out.
will delete you.
Fucking hell.
But I do pull some of the nicer, more family-friendly memes off, so we could show you guys. So I have a couple memes for you guys.
Family friendly, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how.
This one? Is this family friendly?
I said nicer, more family friendly. This one says, "All right, open wide. Here comes the airplane."
And inside this image of the mouth is what used to be the Twin Towers.
Oh, fuck.
No.
All right, it gets.
Oh my god. Okay.
That
was a terrible.
That's
right.
just us clearing our throat.
Am I the only one you've slept with? Yes. All the others were 7 and 8s. That's a good one, right?
6 and
I like
7.
that one.
And this one, because we're huge Simpsons fans, is a Simpsons reference. I don't know if you guys ever watch Pixar films, but you know that the lamp likes to kill the eye and smash it into pieces. So you could figure this one out. Maud Flanders is the eye, and those girls with the t-shirt cannons are the lamps. And
Do you remember what Ned Flanders' last words to her were?
no, but I think it was. No, I don't actually. What was it?
It was like
It was an argument, wasn't it?
No. She was going out to get
Getting a hot dog.
Yeah, but he's like,
or something.
don't get the foot long.
Oh, don't
get the foot long.
Shit.
Yeah.
I kind of remembered it.
And so remember, Homer was like,
Homer's like, right here. And he's like,
right here. Ooh, a bobby pin.
Oh, bobby
It's a
pin.
bobby pin. Yeah, and he goes to pick it up, and then bam, that's when Maude gets it.
I thought a nickel was worth more. Spoiler alert, by the way, Maud Flanders dies.
I didn't know.
Back in like 2000 and
a nickel. Back then, nickels had bumblebees on them. Give me 5 pieces for a quarter, you'd say. That's right, little Grandpa Simpson.
So, next week on our show, we have a stand-up comedian who is a woman. We have our very first woman stand-up comedian on the show.
I was like, we have a woman up here. What are you talking about?
I know, but very first woman stand-up comedian. We always have all these guy stand-up comedians. We need some girls up here.
Yeah.
Red Jones.
Texas.
And
come on, bitches, let's go. Come on.
Next week, we already have our drink of the week chosen, which will be Sublime Mexican Lager. That's right. I said Sublime.
What did you do?
Sublime, as in my favorite band. What happened, Alexis? Did you just hurt yourself?
She hurt herself. She's like,
yeah, bitches, come on. Ow.
Sorry.
oh.
We're at trade tables.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Speakeasy Gentleman. Also, find all audio for every episode on iTunes and Podbean. Special thanks to the Speakeasy team, George, Vader, Ricky, Alex Whiteley for always helping us out from the Thorskin podcast. And of course, you guys, Pierce, David, and Alexis, thank you so much for being on our show today. We had a lot of fun with you.
Yeah.
We did, Alexis.
Great.
Thank you so much.
That's great. See you guys.
It sounded like you were going to say, see you guys next time or something. You're see you
and
guys.
then she just laughed in between.
Just got really awkward. All right.